6 months into this administration, do you have a good sense of what the economic agenda is? Is there a easily defined Donald Trump economic policy?
Well, I think there was a lot of anticipatory lift when he came in that he would get a tax cut, there'd be deregulation, he might get a big infrastructure spending plan put through, none of which has happened. And in lieu of that, I don't think he can take credit right now for any of the data. You know, all of the economic indicators that he's laying claim to really are holdovers from the Obama administration. So to the extent that he's praising the numbers, he's praising Obama. And I think he's going to need several more quarters before he can sort of lay claim to any of this data.
Marty, I got to point out a change here as well. When he was coming into office, he was very critical of the Labor Department's measures of the economy. We see him coming around to that now, it seems.
Yeah, well, you know how that works, right? But, you know, I do want to say that it is true that deregulation has actually happened. They have Dick Mulvaney famously in a non-broadcast briefing showed the Federal Register is like 1/4 of the size that it normally was, where they print new regulations under the Obama administration. So deregulation has actually happened, but it is hard to see a direct connection between that and the jobs number. But yeah, he likes these job numbers, and he I'm sure thinks the stats are absolutely accurate.
Marty, get us up to speed on what's happened in Washington over these last 24 hours with regard to this new grand jury that Special Counsel Robert Mueller has reportedly impaneled. How does that change the contours of this investigation?
Well, I do want to correct this notion that he impaneled a new grand jury. He did not. He used existing grand jury, and he just moved from Alexandria, which had a standing grand jury, to Washington, D.C. It may be as simple as logistics. A lot of the information and the witnesses he may seek to call are based in D.C., or at least around D.C., so it may be as simple as that, but it does speak to the broadening nature of this investigation. We, Bloomberg, broke that story 2 weeks ago, that it goes into his finances as well as the Russia probe.